Hello everyone. Today we just want to quickly go through questions on first paper, November exam 2024. We are on question 5, trigonometry. Now on question 3. Okay, so we just want to quickly go through question 5 of trigonometry. But before then, as I always mention, that I like to highlight the issue of the marks. So as you can see here, so this question alone holds like 12 marks. And guys, yes, if you take exam guide, you will realize that trigonometry is one of the contribute the most towards your paper, about 60 marks trigonometry also on your paper too. So without any waste of time, let's continue. Let's go straight to question 5.1. So question 5.1, they say in the diagram line OP is given with point P, which is -3 to -4. A is equals to A. So angle KOP is angle KO, which is KOP is equals to A. So moving from this point, OP is equals to angle A. So they say you must determine without using a calculator the value of cos A. That's 5.1.1. 5.1.1. They say you must determine without using, which means here. So which means here there is no need for you to use any calculator. You must give them cos A. So cos A is equals to, what we know is that cos is equals to adjacent over hypotenuse. That is what we know about. Remember soccer too. So Katoa. Yes, if you know this, then we have this. We are dealing with Ka, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. So when we look at the point P, we are only given this and X and Y. We are only given point X. Do we need R? So this is our R, and this is the opposite, and this is our adjacent. So hypotenuse, no, we don't have any upper. We are not given hypotenuse. So which means we must first find to find hypotenuse. What are you going to do? We are going to use the theorem of Pythagoras. So R squared is equals to A squared plus B squared. So your A squared is the adjacent, which is the X, and your X is -3 squared plus the Y, which is -4 squared, which is equals to 9 plus 16. Therefore you have 25. Therefore, since we have R squared, then therefore R is equals to plus or minus the square root of 25, which is equals to plus or minus 5. But in this case, since we know that R is always positive, therefore our answer R is equals to, come here and say cos A is equals to adjacent, which is -3 divided by, that is your cos A. Sorry, cos A. Let's show that it's cos A. Therefore, moving on to 5.1. 5.1.2, they say you must find cos 2A. So here, this is a double angle, and then now when you're finding double angle, you remember you can go back to your question paper. I think you are given these things, but yeah, as you know from the class they taught you. So cos 2 cos A -1 for double angle for cos. Therefore, if you have 2 into, you have just found cos A here to be -3 divided by 5 or -1. Therefore, you can just press on your scientific calculator, specifically scientific calculator. Therefore, you're going to find -7 divided by 25. Okay, so moving on to 5.1.3. 5.1.3, they say sine A minus B, if it is further given that sine B is equals to this, is equals to 4/5, and 90 degrees is less than B, where B is also less than 360 degrees. So in this case, they say sine. So this is not a double angle. Sorry about that. Just lost this one. But yeah, now we are back. Okay, so moving on to question 3, so 1.3. So 5.1.3, they're saying sine minus b. If it is further given that sine b is equals to 4 over 5, the angle B is between 90 and 360. So this means that angle B, or when we are drawing our Cartesian coordinates for this is going to be in quadrant, saying between 90 and 360. So this simply means this is where R. So x is to 4. We are not given our x. Remember, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. You are given that your hypotenuse is equals to 5. This is your opposite to be 4. So x is the one that we do not have. We are not given x. They say sine a minus b. They say you must find this. You must find sine a over b. But remember, using compound angles, sine a over b is equals to sine a multiplied by cos b minus, if it's minus, it's continue with the sign, minus cos a sine b. So this is what we know from compound angles. So now we are just going to substitute this. So sine a also. Do we have cos b? No, we don't have cos b. We only have sine b, and we only have sine b and cos a. So now we need to find x. We can use the x to find our cos b. So now I've shown you guys first question. Now finding x, we are going to use our theorem of Pythagoras again. I'm just going to solve that. So since r squared is equals to x squared y squared, it means our x is equals to r squared minus y squared, and this hasn't changed anything. I just moved my r from this side to this side, and then moved x from this side to this side. Okay, or let's just say, okay, because I know that this can still confuse someone, let me show you how I did this. Not just assume that you understand. Okay, so remember that formula for theorem of Pythagoras is r squared is equals to plus y squared. So now if I want to make x the subject of the formula, what do? I move this y to this side, or I can move this x to this side, is going to be negative, and then move this r to this side, is going to be negative, and then I can always multiply everything by negative to make my subject of the formula positive. But the easiest way, let's just say we are going to move this y to this side, and if this y is positive in this side and then it's moving this side, it's going to be negative. Hence I said x squared is equals to r squared minus y squared. Clear now? I hope it is. So r squared, we have r to be 5, my to be y squared to be 4 squared. Therefore our x is going to be this is 25, this is 16, so we have 9, which is going to be plus or minus the square root of this 9, which is plus or minus 3. So looking at this diagram, it's clear x is minus 3. So now we can continue with our program, because now we have everything we need for our solution. So this is what I'm going to have. I'm going to have minus 4 over 5 for sine A, and then for cos B I'm going to have minus 3 over 5 and minus and this cos A minus 3 5. Remember, cos A is the first one at the top there, one you just find from question 5.1.1, and then for sine B we have 4 over 5. So now pressing everything on the calculator, you press this calculator, press this on the calculator, which is multiplication here, and then we have our minus in the middle. Therefore we have 12 divided by 25 minus 12, not minus, because we have a minus sign here, so it's going to be positive 12 over 25. Therefore, final answer is 24 over 25. That is your answer, guys. If you like content, you can always share with your friends. I'm gonna put a link for our WhatsApp group. We have a free WhatsApp group. If you like this, you can always join our WhatsApp or recommend those who would like to join, those who can benefit from our channel. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, moving on to 5.2. 5.2, they're saying if cos beta is equals to p, express following expression in terms of p. 5.2. Now we on 5.2, and they are saying we must express this half beta minus 45 sine half beta minus 45 over 2. So this looks like a compound angle. But what can we do to solve this thing? My guess would be if we multiply this thing by 2 over 2. Multiply this thing by 2 over 2. Now suddenly I will have kind of like a double angle. So okay, now I have 2 cos of half beta divided by 2 minus 45 degrees sine of half beta minus 45 degrees all over 2 multiplied by 2. So the talking at the top part here, because the cos half beta minus 45 sine multiplied by sine half beta minus 45, it's a double angle and it can be written as sine beta minus 90 degrees all over 4. Am I making sense to someone? Therefore, sine of minus 90 minus cos of beta all over 4. And remember, they said cos of beta is equals to p. So now I have minus p all over 4. All over 4. And this changed from sine to cos, because remember 90 degrees, 90 minus or 90 plus, it's a cofunction. It's a cofunction. It's those ones which changes from sine to cos, cos to sine, and tan to cot. So hence I have minus cos of theta.